What's up, YouTube? TCB here. I'm sure you've all missed my face. My apologies, that was probably pretty creepy. So today I have a discussion. Can Yu-Gi-Oh! Become a gentleman's game? I want to start off this discussion by explaining something to you. I get a lot of questions about why I dress the way I do. Why do I make videos as well as go to locals in a shirt, vest, and quite often a tie? I have an idea in my head that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a gentleman's game. A bit of a ridiculous idea perhaps, given the people that play this game, but an idea that I hold nonetheless. I try to reflect the ideas of a gentleman in the way that I dress, the way that I talk, and both the way that I live and the way that I duel. And you see, that is the very word that has given me this idea. A duel. For those who don't know, traditionally a duel is a contest of wits or skill between two gentlemen. The most often reason for a duel to take place is to defend one's honor. They have been fought with swords, guns,
Congratulations, sir. You are indeed the victor.
and intelligence.
In that case, I challenge you to a battle of wits.
For the princess? To the death? I accept.
A duel was usually to the death and an acceptable way to end any dispute. Now, here in the 21st century, the most common duel in my mind is the duel of Yu-Gi-Oh! Two gentlemen fighting to the death, or at least to the end of their life points, to determine who is the most skillful and to defend honor. Though it seems Konami is intent on making a game where skill is not the only factor. 6th Sense. I apologize, I had something stuck in my throat there. And now to the point, can Yu-Gi-Oh! Become a gentleman's game? I certainly hope so. We only need to become intent on the way duelists duel, in the way we present ourselves, and the way we act. There is hope though, as there are reports from several major tournaments in which top-table duelists are opting to side out Return from the Different Dimension and 6th Sense in the Dragon Mirror. That truly is a gentleman's duel, as both of those cards have no place in a fair fight between two gentlemen. So how to become a gentleman duelist, you might ask? I actually have a few rules to follow that are quite a solid start, and I'll go from most important to least important. Firstly, a gentleman does not cheat. No exceptions. It defeats the purpose of the duel, and if you are caught, all lost is respect among your peers as well as in the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. A perfect example is Simon He. Regardless of what skills he may have, he was caught cheating. He was marking the back of his opponent's hand traps that were sent to the graveyard with his fingernail so that in games 2 and 3 he could clearly see if they had hand traps, determining whether or not he could go off and win. For Simon He, all respect is lost and his skills are irrelevant. He is not a gentleman duelist. Secondly, and almost equally as important, a gentleman does not steal. This one is very important because after all, the only people who steal are ruffians, degenerates, and scumbags. Honestly, regardless of how a gentleman should act, no one should steal. If you have been the victim of stealing or scamming, how could you ever want to do that to someone else? It is always better to set a good example than just to perpetuate all of the stealing. Stealers and scammers creates a Yu-Gi-Oh! Community of distrust, and that truly is bad for the game. Sadly, no matter how many people commit to a gentleman's way in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community, I feel as if there will always be people stealing, so make sure to keep an eye on all of your stuff. Next, a gentleman admits his defeats with quiet dignity and grace, even when that loss is to a card such as Return from the Different Dimension or 6th Sense. Those cards, regretfully, are legal in our meta. It's kind of like going to a gunfight and complaining when you get shot. So be mad at Konami, but certainly don't be mad at yourself or your opponent if you lose to either of those cards. A duelist's reaction should be something similar to this. I activate Return from a Different Dimension and attack for game. Although that card is unfair, I accept my defeat. Good game to you, sir. As opposed to this reaction. I activate Return from a Different Dimension and attack for game. Return from a Different Dimension? Oh my god, this game sucks! Oh! I truly believe that only a fool partakes in salt. Another aspect of this is to be respectful in victory as well, as gloating is not the way of a gentleman. And last and least important on the list, a gentleman dresses well. Now, I'm not saying you have to go to your local dressed in a tie and a button-down shirt and dress pants and dress shoes, as I do. But showing up in an extra-large Stewie Griffin t-shirt, camouflage pants, and flip-flops is certainly no way to present yourself at a YCS or a regional. It is not necessary, and honestly, if that is how you are most comfortable, feel free to dress like that. I just prefer to present myself very well. It is my hope that eventually this game will turn into a mass of well-dressed, well-spoken gentlemen duelists. I hope you enjoyed my opinion on the matter, and for now, I tried to lead by example. If you feel the same way, do the same. Don't cheat, don't steal, be respectful, do not partake in salt, and if you feel so inclined, go out and get a nice shirt and a tie. As always, thank you for watching, and have a great day. I got salt everywhere. Look at this. It's all in my hair. I have salt in my pants. I do so many things. It's all in my pants and in my... I do so much for you, YouTube subscribers. I pour salt on myself. That is... I need a shower and a vacuum. Jesus Christ. Alright. Whoa, this feels... You ever hear that song, pour some sugar on me? That would be awful. That would be exactly like this. It sucks.